Hi guys, welcome to the A&I podcast. We today have the talk of the town, the founders of the design democracy. We have Mr. Arjun Rathi, Mr. Shailja Patwari, and Mrs. Pallika Sreewastav. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Right. So we, as a fraternity of the design fraternity, want to know, how did the DD come into place, right? And we also want to know a bit about you, your previous life, as to what you guys were doing, and how did the idea of DD come into place, and how did you guys start DD and to where it is today?
Oh wow! I think Pallika, you should start with the.
Okay. First, I'll tell you my background. So, I'm a CEO of a IT company, but I always had a very creative bent of mind. So, I did my interior designing from London Design Academy, and I did a couple of projects. So, about 12-13 years back, I was thinking I was making my house, and that time I was running around here and there, and I was thinking that there should be one place where we could buy everything. At that time, I thought that, there should be something in Hyderabad where a person comes, whoever is building a house or renovating a house, and they find everything at one place. And so this was in my mind a long time back. But then, say about 6-7 years back, I went and told Shailja that I've been thinking about this, and we would really like to, I would really like to do something like this. And Shailja was pretty interested, and she said that, yeah, whenever you do it, we'll do it together. So that is how it happened. Then during COVID time, I was doing someone's house, and I needed some light, and that's how I got in touch with Arjun. And so I think it was one evening when I was on the phone and I was talking to Arjun, and I told him that this is what we have been thinking and we would like to do something like this. And then Arjun said that, okay, whenever you do it, I like to be a part of it. So I went back to Shailja and asked her that, are you okay? There's this guy called Arjun Rathi, he's a light designer, and I know him. Can he be a part of this? And she very simply answered that, listen, if you trust him, I'll trust him. I said, I trust him. So it was all, it just came together, and it was not that we really sat down and thought about it. It just came together, and all three of us got together. And that's how Design Democracy, the initial seed, was born, and we started working on it.
But what convinced you guys that, let's say this is going to work?
So I've worked in Hyderabad. I had a fashion designer store in Hyderabad for many years, and about 2016, that's when I closed my store. By then, the whole exhibition scene in Hyderabad had really taken up in a very big way.
True.
There were exhibitions, and they were swarmed with people. I thought that people got the best clothes that they wanted at these exhibitions,
right.
And we kept saying that why only clothes? Why not interiors? So that's how we thought we would start, that do an interiors exhibition, and we sort of started doing the groundwork for that. And then COVID happened. By then Arjun got involved, and Arjun was, no, if you're doing, we won't just do an exhibition, we'll turn it into a design festival, we'll get architects involved, it'll be a design show. And
right.
Pallika and me both being from Hyderabad, we were like, why only Delhi and Bombay? Hyderabad is ready for its own show. The people of Hyderabad, they understand design. They spend money. They like, good products when they see that. So why not? So being Hyderabadis, for me at least, I wanted Hyderabad to have its own design show. And that's what also sort of got us in that direction. And then Arjun joined forces with us, and it just fell in place.
I think my introduction with Pallika was also at an exhibition. So I had done a lot of exhibitions over the past 6 or 7 years to grow the brand. And I had a good understanding of how the exhibition industry was working, how design shows were working, what they were lacking. And I think when we got together, we wanted to make sure that our show becomes the best show in the country. And they got their best aspects of Hyderabad as a city onto the platform. I was able to get my knowledge of the design industry. And I think that's what has made the show very successful, and it's grown beautifully over the last 3 years.
So where did this word democracy come from in the design democracy?
I think we were ideating for a long time.
Yeah.
We were
And
brainstorming.
we all had a lot of ideas. And I think India is the largest democracy in the world. And I think all three of us resonated with the word democracy. And we 100% wanted to use the word design, because I think we had 100 words options.
Correct.
With design.
Yeah.
So we just thought that why not call it design democracy? It sort of resonates with India, what it is. Also beyond that, the show represents a platform where young designers, emerging breakout brands, and luxury established brands all can come together, which I don't think any show in India is doing right now. So beyond that, like as Shailja said, we wanted it to be a platform where designers, people can interact with each other. It's not only a show for the brands, but for the design community as a whole.
Right.
It's bringing people together. So I think that's where that like democracy word was very important for us.
And for me, the democracy word is, in the preamble, when you say democracy, it's for the people, of the people, by the people. Design is for everyone.
Beautiful.
So,
And I want to button and say something that, when we say democracy, we don't differentiate between an established designer and an upcoming designer.
yeah.
A well-known architect and an upcoming architect.
Yes.
Once they come to our platform and visit the show or take part in the show, I think they all get the same visibility, the same respect. We don't differentiate between people and designers, or be it exhibitors, be it our visitors. Once they are there, we treat them equally. And I think people, when they go back from the show, they take that back with them. Because I think they feel that they've been treated equally as any other bigger name or bigger designer, bigger architect. We don't differentiate at all.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, for the audiences to understand, how is design democracy different than any other exhibition or any other event that's happening in India or in Hyderabad?
I think it's very hard to differentiate from a very, it's very experiential. How a person feels when you enter the hall, how you're greeted, what type of brands you're seeing over there. I think one key thing that sets us apart from other shows, as per I feel, is the curation that the three of us bring on board. It's very design centric, so we feel the best curation is what design will attract the best designers to come and visit. It'll attract the best clients who are building their homes to come and visit. So one of the key aspects is the curation. Then the way Shailja Pallika hosts the on-ground thing in Hyderabad, it feels like a 3-day party. I mean, they would tell
So
you
it's simple, one architect had said once, this show has a heart and a soul. We try to maintain that the heart and the soul is kept intact. Mm-hmm. Everyone is comfortable, everyone is happy, and everyone is celebrating here. So that's very important for us.
Before this show, we had people would call us to sort of take part in the show, and they would then ask us, local people, even from Hyderabad, they would call, this one instance, I won't name the person, but he called and asked me and wanted to take part in the show. And after having his conversation with me, he asked me, who are you? I said, I'm one of the founders of the show. He was like, oh, you're the founder of the show? And you're so accessible? I mean, you're talking to me on the phone. I said, yeah, that's how we are. We are accessible.
He actually laughed at her,
He laughed at us. Oh my God, I got your number on the internet. You're answering my phone. I mean, why are you doing it? I'm like, what the hell? I'm
the founder of the show. Why are you answering the show?
So,
I might be expecting someone else.
But they will not understand the design. Every brand which comes here, it's personally chosen by us.
And it's for us, I think it's more like it's our baby. So we want to, sort of safeguard it. We don't want, and we are connected with it. We are not doing it out of compulsion. Mm-hmm. We are not doing it, it's a passion. So when it's passion, we are passionate about it. It just shows in the show that we put together and the Hyderabad experiences.
And we just, for money, we don't try to take anyone. If we feel it's not going to do well in the market, we just tell them that, listen, why don't you come and visit the show? Just see it once, and then next year we can again talk about it. But just come and visit. Don't spend your money like that.
I think that is what probably has made Design Democracy grow from the first to the third edition.
Yeah.
From one single hall to today, the entire end convention where, to the high-tech convention where we do not have a single space left. So I think people come, get inspired, they see, and they like what
and
they
what
see.
we don't like amongst the three of us will not be at the show.
Will not be at the show.
Clear that everybody has to be on a unanimous board.
So even if one person says no,
this is not something we are liking it. We just agree.
And
It's
one
fine.
person says no, then no questions asked. It's a no.
It's a no.
So we have to like it.
Also, just as you said, we make sure that every brand gets business here. Yeah. Which is what a lot of shows are not very business centric. We want to make sure the brands do well, their product reaches out to the right audience, and that is what ensures they'll come back year on year to us again.
True. Yes, ma'am.
No, and also we look at very meaningful connections. We want the architects to connect in a meaningful way with the brands, the brands to connect with the architects, the customers. So we are sort of very organic about it, and I think that also helps us. Like we are not trying to, like there's no hanky-panky business happening. We, from our hearts, want that everyone should get the right connect. They should
They should get enough business.
They should get business.
True.
So I think that also people see through that, and I think they.
And even the architects who visit us, they find something new.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is very important for us. So we have about 35 to 40% repeat customers, but 60% we try to get new talents. So the architects also, when they come to us, they feel, oh, there's something new here.
True.
So that is very important for us. So we try to, keep all the aspects, like, we like to keep the community happy. We like to keep the exhibitor happy. We like to keep the fraternity happy.
And that's why
So-
aggressive.
And many brands,
Yes.
and many brands who exhibit at the show are first-time exhibitors. They've
Over
never
50
ever-
this year.
No,
Over
not like
50.
that. I mean, they've never ever exhibited in any other show.
Yeah.
So for them, they're newcomers, but we trust them because we like their work.
Yeah.
And we sort of guide
And we
them
know
as to how-
know it also. It might do
Yeah,
well in the
they do
market.
well, yeah.
So yeah.
So they get that platform also when they've never done a show and they're like, oh my god, this is our first show. And then
Yeah.
when they do well, then obviously they get that confidence and it
True.
helps them grow also.
Yeah.
And that's how the word of mouth also spreads.
Yeah, yeah.
The good word. So, what was the biggest challenge that you faced in these 3 years of your design democracy from the day you started? And let's say, when you pitch this very idea of having a design show in Hyderabad to your initial set of people, what was the reaction?
So I think every year,
Every year is a new,
Yeah, new
new
challenge.
mountain to climb.
the
New mountain.
first year it was just selling the show, making people trust in us.
Getting credibility.
And they were like, okay, these two girls, especially in Hyderabad, then we would go and tell them that this is what we are doing. They're like, yeah, these two girls are coming, must be like some passion, whatever, it'll
Wow.
die down, it'll fizz out. So first year was that. Second year was
See, everyone thinks, right, that they are too comfortable in their life, so they will not be struggling, and they will
Like,
it's
they're not
just
able to do
a thing which they have just got interested, and they
we
will.
were like, let's wait and watch.
Uh-huh.
And second year,
Oh, it
when
was
End
very
Convention
difficult.
broke down, it was like chaotic. In fact, I was playing badminton. Her husband called me and said, "End convention's broken." And he likes to joke, and I'm like, "What the hell? You're joking, right? Like, just shut up and keep the phone." He again called me, "End convention's broken down." I'm like, "What sort of a joke is this? Just I don't like this. Let's leave it." Then he sent me a video because I hung up on him again. I said, "Like, no, this is not a nice joke. Let's not do this."
Uh-huh.
Then he sent me a video of End convention getting broken down, and this was like 4 weeks before our show.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we had to redo everything.
I remember.
it was,
I remember I was in my Pilates classes, and he was trying to call me up again and again, and obviously I can't pick up the call. So when I sat in the car, there's a message that call me in bold, call me urgent, watch this video. I watched that video and I said, what is happening? What are you sending me? Is this some news article? He said, End convention is broken. I said, what are you talking? He said, I'm told Shailja I was not able to get in touch with you. This is what has happened. It was shocking for us.
That
It was
year
really.
two. Then year 3 started with the Ganesh.
Yeah,
I
first
think
it started
so many
with the-
festival overlapping.
Oh God, with the rain. First rain,
then the
Ganesh Visarjan.
no alcohol on Ganesh Visarjan. Then
Right.
and then the CM's event. This was just 4 days before the show.
And we didn't know the CMC event is going to happen. And then we realized there were 150 buses coming from all over
And
the
they didn't tell
state.
us even high-techs because they were trying to sort of keep us
Pacify us and
Right.
and keep
And
it.
they were having this conversation in Telugu, which I don't follow very well, but I caught the word bus. And I told her, no, something.
Then she
wrong.
told me.
I said, no, they are saying bus, that means buses are coming. And for us, we know when buses are coming means big crowds are coming.
True. Yeah.
So, but then we just got over that.
But they were very nice.
They were nice.
They also
Yeah, in the end, they really
See, if there is a problem, you have to face it, right? No matter what.
I think every challenge has just helped the show get better. Like, we were able to move to high techs, which I think is a better equipped and a very international level venue.
Right.
Much, much larger. It has allowed our show to expand to third halls.
True.
With End Convention, we would have been limited to the venue. We were already at venue capacity in the first year. I don't think there was one more location left in End Convention to expand. And same thing even with the CM's visit. I feel that we were so focused on show experience this year. Everyone just was focused on the show. Nobody missed the lack of any setup or felt there was a need to have a drink on Saturday. Everyone was so busy
Yeah.
on that day,
And when
seeing
the
things.
CM was there, so according to protocol, you can't serve liquor. So the liquor was stopped. Everyone cooperated. It was like, the bar was closed, that no liquor will be served.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, I think the buzz
It
of the
was-
show helped, so people didn't really care that it's Ganesh, there's going to be traffic,
Yeah.
no diversion.
There was a
They
rumor
just-
that he also visited by mistake in
So
the other
when I-
in the hall.
That didn't
when I walked into the show on Saturday morning, I was like, also like, oh my god, what if people don't come? But I think from 11 itself, there was a buzz. People were just like coming in, not
No
all
place
the
to stand
halls,
in the booth.
all the halls were crowded. It's
So I
not that
guess-
like,
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess
Yeah.
the first 2 years also helped in getting that crowd in, and
So whatever
nothing stopped
problems,
them.
whatever problems came our way, we always found a solution. God has been very, very kind to us. We found the solution, and it made us show look bigger and better.
But when you will probably have pitched your idea for the first time, so
Arre,
who was
boom.
your initial set of people who you pitched this idea?
We pitched to so many people, and there were a lot of people. They said, wait. I'll give you an example. This is a friend of mine. So the first time when we had this idea, I went and spoke to him. I want to do this. He looked at me like this. He's a pretty well-known guy in the city. So he looked at me like this, okay. And then he said, yeah, try. So he also has a brand. So I said, will you be participating? No, our decision comes from the head office. We'll not be able to participate. I said, that's fine, doesn't matter. We can't force anyone, right? So we found alternative people. We made other arrangements. We did everything. Then towards the end, now I needed to invite the architects, right? You've got the exhibitor. Now they should have their crowd.
Right.
So you needed to get the my architect. So again, I went back to him. I said, listen, I really need to connect to the architects. Can you help me? So he said, yeah, I'll give you all the names. I'll also fix up the meetings for you. Then he was doing it. He actually fixed up all the meetings. Then he looked at me. You did it? Then I looked at him. I said, why? You had doubts? So, yeah. He said, yeah. I was very skeptical. This is exactly what he said. I was very skeptical. I was shocked. I said, why didn't you tell me the first time? He said, how could I have told you?
So I think everybody
Okay.
was waiting and watching. That,
Yeah.
it's the first
Yes.
time for Hyderabad, first time for us.
Yeah.
Right.
What is going to happen? Let's watch.
Yeah.
But
so
last year when architects came to our show, there were back-to-back shows in Bombay, and then they came here. It was the third
Yes.
weekend. They came because we had invited them. We were hosting them. So
Right.
they're like, okay, we have to go, but what new can we see there? Nothing. It's what was going on in their minds.
True.
But when
Yeah.
they came here, they found so much new stuff, like new designers, new. So they were like so pleasantly surprised that they were like, oh my god, thank God we came.
yeah.
I think one of the key things is that 90% of our exhibitors are from out of the state, which is what also adds a lot of flavor to the show, because the local Hyderabad audience and the South audience is exposed to these national and international brands. And the local brands this year, for the first time, I think we had more participation from the local brands. That apprehension with the local brands is slowly breaking. You know, Hyderabad has been generically a market where most of the brands here are doing well. They don't need to advertise that much to get business. Yeah, but I think now people realize that the show is not only for selling, it's also for brand building, establishing your name in the market,
Right.
helping it grow. You know, like many times people feel that taking part in an exhibition is because you need business. No, it's also brand presence, being fresh amongst all the emerging and new designers. So I think local participation is slowly increasing, and
Right.
hopefully that becomes the crux of our show, because there's so many beautiful Hyderabad brands who even we didn't know of. And that discovery for these outstation architects when they come and see
Yes.
will be the biggest thing for them to take back.
100%. I agree. So, when I look at it, for me, it's a differentiator that you create amongst your competitors, because when we talk about design democracy, it's not about a product show, but it's more about curation, more about design, more about how do you see the regular products in a different way, from the designer's view, right? So when you probably do something of that sort, you yourself create a different niche for yourself. You probably build a brand, not just probably selling a product. So that's what probably. I think Hyderabad is resonating to it now. I think this year we saw a lot of brands from Hyderabad participating.
Right.
And I guess the list, you must be having an upcoming list for the next year. A lot of people waiting in the list where they want to participate.
I will wait for the 4th year when her friend calls her that I want a booth in the show, and then we will negotiate together for that friend's booth. Let him come back.
No, we took part in the first.
No. First year also he was in the VIP lounge. He was there.
So
No.
now, what's the vision that you guys have for the design democracy?
So we want to maintain the heart and soul that the show has. So that's going to always remain there. And then the show should just get better, bigger, bolder, I think. Yeah.
I think it's slowly it's evolved into a lot beyond just an exhibition platform. It's become like a movement, like a festival, right? And we ourselves are sort of exploring various avenues we can grow the show into. I think there are a lot of gaps in the media industry, specifically in terms of design, where the show can start filling gaps. There are a lot of programs the show can run to make sure brands get visibility, architects get visibility. You'll be surprised, at this year's show, I've got a call from 10 of my friends, maybe more. They've got a project and they've gone back. Just by 3 days of openly networking and meeting people, right? So there's so much of gap over here in the industry where the show can slowly start planning and filling into. So I think our vision is something, it's also in a way to say that our vision can keep evolving every few years, because like the industry in front of us is changing.
True. So let's say if I have to put it this way, that what's a bigger purpose, or not, because I believe talking to you guys, I understand that DD is not just an event, it's just not an exhibition that you guys put together, right? So what's a bigger purpose?
So it's basically a movement, like what Arjun said. We would like that anyone who thinks about design democracy. Anyone who wants to build a house thinks about design democracy. Anyone who is a property builder and thinks that I have to get a good architect thinks about design democracy. So design democracy, we want to make it in a place where anything related to home, to creativity, innovation, when it comes to your interiors, they come to us for it. We would like that.
People talk about the better shows, design shows of the world. They should talk also
of design. So today people are saying that we are the best in south of India and second best in the country. We would like to be best in the country and also one of the
globally
best,
recognized.
globally recognized.
Okay. So if there's one message that you want to give to the brands and to the fraternity, as to know what they can look for the design of the next upcoming year,
that they have to watch.
Yeah, we ourselves are just
wait and watch.
Hungover from last week.
For that they have to wait and watch. Too soon to say what's up on sleeves.
But it'll
be every year there has been something different. There'll be something interesting. Just hold your breath. It'll come.
No, I think it's been great because like every year we've got a new feature event that's been happening, right? In the second year of the show, we ran a startup platform to give support to young brands, in a very Shark Tank style model. This year,
you didn't know about
I missed that,
this year we had
ventures.
And we had 4 architects put up curated spaces this year,
right,
which added so much of value to the show. It was talking all about from local sort of state-led designers who had a platform at the MOT. We had a sustainability platform, we had a luxury objects platform. So many sort of curated spaces. It's slowly expanding where the design community is participating, brands are participating. So we're really excited to see how we can grow this.
And in this precious object, that gallery of precious object which was there, a lot of these designers who had not even looked at us.
Not
Hyderabad. At all.
So
they have come.
A lot of them will come back as a full-time thing.
They're ready to take.
They're ready to take their own booths now.
So Hyderabad is getting its recognition. I feel the show's getting its recognition.
And we want Hyderabad or Telangana to be be known as a design destination. We really want it to be known as a design destination of the country.
Yeah. So so talking about Telangana, so how did this term, the Museum of Telangana, how was that coined and what's the story?
Again,
I think in the first year we were sort of trying to find a way to get the local designers involved, and we had identified local curators to help us out with different aspects of the show. Supraja was one of the curators who was helping us with art, and then Shailja Pallika came up with an idea that why not get local designers to come in, and then Supraja was able to curate some local product designers from Hyderabad. to just to try and exhibit one or two pieces. Because a lot of young studios, when you take part in other shows, you either have a full booth to take or you can't participate. And we wanted to sort of put smaller aspects of participation for them, where a local upcoming designer can pay a very small token amount and get a small platform to exhibit.
So,
and once that was put in place, we were like contemplating on the
what name,
We
yeah.
were brainstorming. Pallika, me and Supraja, we were brainstorming.
We were in her office and brainstorming.
What should we call it? And then Museum of Telangana.
What came up.
Okay. So now when you talk about the platform, so how do you make sure the platform balances both the brands and the designers? Because this particular show is not just for the brands, or it's not just for the architect designers. It's a mix of both. It is hand in hand, right? I mean, the architect or the designer gets to showcase his design abilities, and the brand are able to use their products to show what can be done out of the product. So how do you make sure, how do you ensure that there's a balance in this?
I think we have a very good talks program, which every year has gotten bigger and better, which attracts some of the best architects. This year we had about 54 speakers in our talks pavilion. And one thing which we started last year, which was the first in the design industry, was doing talks in curated booths, because some of the brands put up such beautiful displays. So as founders, we sort of identified certain booths which could host podcasts. A lot of them were sponsor booths, a lot of them are brands who want to participate in this DD Focus program. So through the focus and talks, we had almost 100 speakers, I think, this year.
We had about 100 speakers.
Yeah, we had about 100 speakers. Yeah.
So we run a proper talks program, and then we also do this DD Focus, which is in the booths. So we run these months.
It gives architects a platform and visibility. Beyond that, the social media backend, which Pallika, Shailja have set up with the team, it's absolutely exceptional. No show runs so many media posts in year round. Right. It's for the brands, it's for the architects who have visited. Now this year, all the podcasts have been professionally recorded in the booths. So every architect will have snippets and bites. One of the key things is that so many great architects and speakers come and visit a show, but their knowledge is just missed out when the show is over. So this sort of platform, what we are trying to create, will at least keep their recordings, keep what they've spoken, knowledge that they've shared on a media platform. Right. And that is something what you'll see in the coming months.
Beautiful. Right. How do you balance pushing bold experimental ideas but still keeping the platform accessible?
As I said, when people come to the show, whatever they are seeing, whatever the exhibitors are exhibiting, doesn't matter. We treat them with respect, we treat them well, and they feel welcome when they come to Design Democracy. They don't get overwhelmed.
So it's not, they don't get overwhelmed. It's not inhibiting.
Yeah, they don't get overwhelmed by the show. Like, I'll give you an example. My accountant who works with me, 3 years she's worked for me, and then she's never come to the show. Every year I invite her, she never comes. So this year again I told her that why don't you come and see the show? She's like, ma'am, you'll be busy, I don't know anyone, what will I do? I said, it's not about me or about knowing anyone. I said, it's a very beautiful show, you have to just come and experience it. So then I pushed her and she came and she really enjoyed herself. So we don't make people feel unwelcome, or we don't judge them by different.
Everyone is treated with respect.
With respect, they come.
It can be, we had a kid who's still in college, does art, and she did an installation space, and obviously what the rate was, I had told her. Then she told me, okay, I'll take a loan and I'll give it to you. I said, for this you'll take a loan? She said, yeah, I have to take a loan. Then she told me her background. And I said, listen, you don't worry about it. I'll find the place for your art. And what is the amount that you're comfortable paying? She mentioned an amount. I said, okay, you pay us just that, but come. She was given a good place. She displayed her art. I don't know whether she sold or not. I was sick after the show, but she sent a message, thank you so much for believing in me. So we respect everyone who comes to us. It could be a student, it could be an established designer. Every architect also who comes, visits us, they are all treated with respect.
And even when we sell the booths, be it the biggest brand with the biggest booth or a small brand with a very small installation space, our rates are standard. It's fixed for
we don't negotiate.
We don't do differential pricing at all. So, it's very transparent. We don't go back home, like we have a good night's sleep thinking that we've not like,
Yeah.
we try to do, and it shows. In the end, people understand what we're doing is fair. So that also helps, I guess.
Because we have the simple thing that if we negotiate today, I mean, okay, I can give it to you for a little less, but tomorrow you will keep doubting me. You know that I have got it at a cheaper rate, or this person
no
must have.
exhibitor can
So
come in.
everyone gets at the same rate. We don't negotiate. Our rates are also not high. Is the cheapest,
Is the cheapest in the design
in the
industry.
design
And
exhibitions.
no
All
one can
this.
come and tell us that, oh, you gave it to that brand. Be it our friends, our closest friends have taken
We
it.
have.
Yeah, we've
And-
maintained the rate.
We have
separately.
maintained the
And
rate.
this is something a lot of people didn't know. A lot of people might have this perception that Achar designing must be expensive.
No, it's the cheapest.
So if you compare it to the other
The other shows-
National level shows.
National level shows, it's
Yeah.
We are the cheapest in the country.
But that's not the point. The point is that
Point is,
we,
yeah.
whatever the price is, that's not the point.
That's
the
is
point is
between us,
that's
so it
between
doesn't
us,
matter.
But we are fair to everyone.
No, and we're also creating the experience by bringing in the buyers, the architects. So it's important the brands are able to sell over here. Like, one key thing also brands need to know is that when you take part in a show, you're also taking customer feedback on your products, what you're displaying.
Right.
Like that has helped my brand grow over the years by understanding what designers and customers in different regions of the country want.
True.
So it's a great evolution that brands can have beyond just displaying.
Now, for the brands who want to participate in design democracy, so what do they have to do?
Reach out to us early.
Reach out to us early.
Reach out to us early.
Reach out to us early. Don't, towards the end when
Don't
they
wait
reach
till
out,
last 2 months.
yeah, it becomes very difficult then. They could be beautiful brands, but we don't have space. So
Now, it's always, and I believe in this, that, it's difficult to work with people who are creative. I always feel they're a little crack. They think differently. Now, you're working with so many creative people around, right? Maybe architects, designers, or you guys yourself, right? So, how easy or how difficult it is to
see, all the crackness is together, right? We are also cracked. They are also cracked.
Birds of a feather. Birds of
so
a
we
feather.
fit in
Right?
very well.
They all are fitting in together.
And then I think we understand people.
No, we understand.
After 3 years, we understand people. So when suppose somebody's acting up, and if the team comes and says, we're like, it's okay, let it be, because we know that things will fall in place. So we also know how to tackle each person depending on the level of crackness.
So, alright, now talking about Hyderabad, talking about Telangana, and because you guys wanted to be the show, and you want people to know Hyderabad and Telangana, and this show to be known across the world. So, what is that you take from Telangana's culture and implement back in the show?
See, it's this is a market which is evolving quite a bit. Telangana as such. If you look at the property market also, our property market is pretty good,
Yes, it is.
right? So people have good taste, people have the ability to spend. Okay? People, people actually are building huge houses. We have huge houses. Delhi, Mumbai doesn't have huge houses. So this is where the show should be, I feel.
I think one
And
more aspect of
is,
is just our branding, and colorful branding is so much fun.
Yeah.
Everybody is shying away from color. I think we celebrate India with the colors of the show and the South. Each time I see the artists that are curated for the show in South India, they have so much of rich color, and this year we had a cultural performance. Everyone's wearing these rich, colorful dresses, and it's nice to sort of see that in the show.
Yeah.
In the way we represent our branding.
And Telangana is a fantastic place.
And
It's
we
an
also
amazing
take pride
place.
in the fact that it's an Indian homegrown show. So we don't
Yeah.
bank on
Foreign brands to come and
foreign
participate.
brands.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a few of them, but that's not what the show is about. It's about celebrating India and giving the Indian designers that platform to sort of.
Yeah.
Our fabric is the best.
Yeah.
Everything. Our creativity is so good. I mean, we have the whole thing is here in India.
And the number of crafts we have in India,
Yeah.
and also in Telangana, we have the Bidri, we have the Ikat. So
Yeah.
that also is showcased in some way or the other through the local designers.
So, if you have to name one city where you want to put DD after Hyderabad, it can be anywhere in the world. Where it will be?
Barcelona. Again, a colorful place.
Yes, it is.
We will gel in. And we will like to take India there.
Awesome.
For me, Copenhagen, because I like their street lines, the minimalistic design in that sense. So I think it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, I would take our show straight to Italy. in Salone and have a India Pavilion, Design Democracy Pavilion there. The whole world visits there, and it's about time they see that India is sort of there.
No,
for
now
its own
let's
presence.
get the whole world to visit
To
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
We don't need
International airport तो है अच्छा है उसका,
हाँ,
international
हमारा airport भी अच्छा है, city
अच्छा
is
है.
also
I love the
fantastic.
airport. That Digi
Our
airport.
everything is.
So let's say अगर मैं सबसे बड़ा constraint, let's say if I remove budget as a constraint, and let's say you have to do something where budget is not a constraint, and then so how would the next DD look like?
It'll look larger than life
Yeah.
for me.
Then I would charter flights for every architect.
and a person who had asked for $100,000 just to visit our show, we'll ask her to visit. I
We'll ask her to
really
visit.
admire her work.
Yeah.
And also, you know, what will happen is, why I'm always inspired by that lady. So a lot of these architects who are not Indian, who are like, you know, they shy away from color. But this lady, she embraces color. And I know this is a fantastic place
Yeah.
for her.
Right.
And I know our people, our product designers will gain a lot if she visits.
If she comes, 5 people will sign her up. Actually, we should try and do a serious talk with her.
So you will name the architect, will put the post to her and tag them.
Kelly Wrestler from LA. You should ask.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Try and bring her down. Yeah.
If you can,
Try and
fantastic.
bring her down.
Definitely. Alright. So, what do you think the sense of design, whatever you do in design democracy, sets you apart from anything that's happening across India?
Heart and a soul.
Yeah, I think.
Heart and I think we're around the same. This thing, like we have a lot of heart and soul, and I
We
think
treat
that's
everyone as our family.
Yeah.
And we also personally take care of everything. I think
Yeah.
that matters. When we are at the show, we don't feel like we're the founders of the show. And somebody told us last year, oh, you should do a blow dry, act little hoity-toity. Yes, it's not happening.
Oh, one of our sponsor, main sponsor, sent a message that I saw you running here and there and taking care of the exhibitors and sponsors personally. It was really nice to see.
So they all can see. Right?
I mean,
If anyone
they can
has a-
see what we are doing. So we don't need to
Yeah.
show it to anyone.
Yeah.
What we are like, we
Yeah.
like to continue like
and
that.
Anyone has a slightest of problems, and then we are there. So it's not that
Uh-huh.
we can't really do anything if they have a problem, a big problem on the day of the show.
Right.
But just seeing us comforts them.
Yeah.
That is what we are always there.
We are always there.
We are always accessible. We are there at the show. I think that sets us.
Middle of the night also, if we get a call, we are there. We are standing
Yeah.
there.
Corporate thing.
No, we don't
No,
want
no,
to do
I
that.
don't think so.
We don't want to
I mean,
do
have
that.
a
We are
small
very
team. The
happy.
team is very nice. We work well together. But then we are how we are.
For us, every exhibitor, every architect, every person who visits, it's family.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, how has been the response from the architects, designers, and students from different states about the design democracy?
I think this year we had a lot of organic visitors from Kerala and Chennai. So
Yeah.
I got
Bangalore.
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 A lot of brands came up to me and said, Arjun, where did this guy come from? I said, even I don't know that we had invited
No,
him.
a lot of people.
A lot of
came
people
down.
came from the south, and like I think it's just the start.
And many of these architects, if we don't know also them, like she said, we are very accessible, right?
Right.
So we've got a lot of these messages. I personally got a lot of these messages saying that we are very proud of what you've done.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I think it's been
all of
amazing.
us must have got
short,
that
if you have to
messages.
put it,
Yeah.
I think it's been.
So that's something. It's that's
been amazing.
that's it's a big reward for us, and that's enough. So like,
Awesome. So, बहुत serious हो गया. Let's do a little bit of fun.
ठीक है?
So, let's say if design democracy was a song, so what?
मैं
would it
बताऊं?
be?
Oh my God.
Have you heard of this? It's a Hindi song. कोशिश करने वाले की हार नहीं होती.
Yes.
And it has also been recited by Amitabh Bachchan, Mr. Amitabh
Yes,
Bachchan.
yes.
I love that.
It is,
That's something
his
which keeps.
father's shairi, which he does it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is something like which normally also in life.
Yes.
I keep listening to it.
Yeah, it's a poem by his father.
Yeah, but it's also sung in a movie.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
sung by Amitabh in his voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, आजा मेरी गाड़ी में बैठ जा.
I would have Amir Khan's Jo Jeeta Wo Sikandar on the cycle, just sort of slowly like going there, getting there, training, and then that's my motivation thing.
But हम लोग तीनों का क्या रहेगा? फ्रेडी मर्क्यूरी का theme?
We are the champions.
Rock on.
Rock. We will.
All right. So, which installation or exhibit so far has been your personal favorite and why?
Hey, we can't say
yeah,
that.
it's so challenging, bro.
All of
They're
them
all
are
like
good.
babies.
Yeah.
They all are babies.
Yeah.
All right. So now, what's the funniest or the most unexpected thing that happened in the last 3 years in your event?
Oh wow, there must be hundreds
एक
stories.
funniest बताएं. So there's this guy. Obviously, he is considered to be a very big designer, brand. So that guy, what he had done was, he had sent someone to make the booth. We were actually roaming around and we realized एंट्री के वक्त पे उनका दीवार बना हुआ है उल्टा they had made the booth
Ulta. They want
so we had to tell them, what are you doing? People have to see your booth. She said, really? Where is the entry? I said, this is the entry.
The production person had missed it.
Missed,
They
yeah.
made it ulta.
So, but that girl was amazing. Within minutes, she called the complete setup crew and she said, team, she said, break this. The door has to be here. And immediately it was done. So that was pretty funny for me.
Yeah. I had a couple of friends who started dating in the first year of design democracy, and they're still dating till the third year of design democracy. I think we're also opening a marriage platform there after that, if it goes well.
So, if you could invite any global architect or designer to be part of DD, who would it be?
Kelly Ressler for
हम
sure.
लोग बोल दिए ना यार,
Like,
we
like,
need her.
like you have to make sure this message reaches her now.
हाँ, that she comes.
That she comes.
And she doesn't charge us so much. From where will we get money?
All right. Now, what's one misconception people have about design platforms that you'd like to break?
They think that design is expensive. They also feel that if you are getting an interior designer to your house to do your house, it's going to be an expensive affair. It's exactly the opposite. If you get an interior designer to do your house, they know from where to source the right material.
True.
And if you give them a budget, they work in the budget.
You're saving
So
time.
yeah, you actually save a lot
and
of
it's
money.
also for the common man. The show or the whole platform, it's not only
Yeah,
for the
it's
elite,
not
it
for
is
the
for the
elite.
common man.
It's for the common man. Even a light, you know,
And
you
it's
don't
not
have
about
to
the business.
spend lots and lots of money. Arjun sometimes can donate some lights also.
it's not about whether you want to spend money at the show, even if you don't want to buy anything. It just enriches your whole, as a person also you get enriched when
Yeah.
you see so much design, so much.
I think we all go to art galleries,
Yeah.
right? So as they're saying that when you visit the show, it's like visiting a art gallery which changes every year with new elements, new ideas, and it's just exciting to see it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. So, okay. So, one word that describes design democracy.
Creative.
Amazing.
It is.
I think like I don't want to use the word democratic, but I would
It resonates
just say fun.
with everyone.
It's fun. Yeah, it is fun. And you know, and our brand placement, your branding is also, you know, the color.
The colour.
Yeah.
It's actually fun. It's not that boring.
No, it is not.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, a design trend that you think is overrated.
I think the trends are changing faster than you can use them in your projects these days. Like there's no set trend, and I think that's the beauty of the show. It caters to somebody who has a classical taste, a modern taste, eclectic taste. I mean, there's no such thing, you know. So I feel that having a very rigid mindset, that whole trend is going to change over here. Everyone wants to mix and match, and that's what our show allows.
For me, form over function. I don't think any architect or any designer should give more importance to form than function.
Yeah,
Because ultimately, everything that you put in your home should be like comfortable to use.
It should reflect the personality of the person.
Yeah.
You know, it should not be like, you know, I am a traditional person, but you're making a minimalist house for me, which is completely Scandinavian. It doesn't resonate. So it is very important that the personality is reflected in the house. That's very important.
Awesome. All right. One design principle you'll never compromise on.
I think it's just about storytelling. I think it's a very strong sort of a thing with a lot of the work I do, and design democracy is all about storytelling.
So to this, I completely go with your point, because so when I started working with architects, designers, it's been close to 3 years that I've been working. So I'm in the media industry too. But when I started working with them, I started realizing, I started understanding that when they're building a space, there is a story in their mind which they already have. There is some form of story which is there. And now the beauty is there's one story that the architect has in their mind, or the designer has it in their mind, and the other story is of the people who live in the
Correct. That is very important.
Very important.
And this, I mean, when you can get this two into one frame or no, one picture, that is probably one of the most beautiful things one can experience as a creator of it.
Correct.
Awesome. Yeah. So now, let's say Design Democracy was a movie. What genre it would be?
Art and culture, right?
It could
Thriller?
also be a blockbuster.
It could be a thriller.
I
Fast
think
and
it's,
Furious.
guys, if we make 52 weeks as a sitcom, it can take over Seinfeld. You know the amount of stuff we go through every week,
Yeah.
every day of the show. If it becomes a
Seriously.
weekly sitcom, once a week, one episode, we'll
Actually.
be solid. They can take over the Kardashians, I'm telling you now. Take over the amount of design stuff we face.
So one book or resource every young designer must read.
You know, if you ask me, I'll say forget the book, go experience it. Go wherever you can travel. I'm not seeing go to different places. Just experience. Forget going out of India. Go to Indian cities. Go to Indian states. Experience it. We have a beautiful country. Every state has a different culture, different kind of clothes, different fabric. Everything is different. Go experience it. You learn more from there than any other book. I that's my thing.
No, it's very true. I resonate with what Pallika is saying. If you do 1 month of traveling in India,
Yeah.
it's worth than 2 years master's course. If you go physically yourself to every craft sector, every sort of corner of the country to experience the culture, the people who you meet.
Yeah. Go to West
It's-
Bengal during Durga Puja
Yeah.
when they are making that. Take it. Go to Assam.
More than anything.
Forget that. Go to Madhya Pradesh,
So
And
many
if
crafts.
you-
Orissa.
When you travel, the
it's
experience
everywhere.
that you gain
Yeah.
is priceless.
Yeah. So I feel rather than reading a book, go experience it. You will learn faster
I think just
and you
to-
implement it faster.
Just to expand on this, like my most fun part of the show is chatting with people who come from different parts, the brands who come, right? Just to hear how they started and what was their inspiration. For me, that's a more meaningful experience as a designer to learn from their experience. And that's what you do when you travel.
Yeah.
True. Awesome. Alright. So now, the most inspiring space you have ever visited.
I'll tell you, Barcelona,
But
Gaudi.
I was also going to say.
No, Gaudi is legend.
Gaudi's art. I mean, come on. I remember staying in that hotel and coming out, and that apartment which has that skull.
Casa Mia.
Yeah, the whole thing. I would always come out of the hotel and keep looking at it. I mean, come on, yeah. And another person who is crazy for me is Dali Salvador.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that's why when I said that where would you like to take the show, I said Barcelona. For me, Spain is like amazing. Dali Salvador, who thinks of making a jewelry which has a heart-shaped jewelry which actually beats also? I mean, who thinks like that? In those days, come on.
True.
So,
I think Spain has very.
yeah, I love Spain.
I find a lot of similarity in Spanish and Indian culture, just the languages are different. It's colorful, it's loud, it's right there, it's celebratory. I think, and also on how Shailja was talking about form follows function. One of the most inspirational sort of places I actually like is very calm is actually Finland. So Alvar Aalto was one of my legends of studying design. And he was the guy who really got function into everything.
Yeah.
Where he said function is over form, and
That
he's
is-
been the greatest influence in my work. That guy.
That is one place actually, Finland, when you say it actually calmed me down also.
You have
you know-
50% less stress when you enter that country, I feel.
Even for that matter, Copenhagen, because
yeah.
your speed limit is 30.
All
right?
Scandinavia is
all
like
the
that.
cars are.
But in London, that 30 speed limit stresses.
No, that is a different
30.
place. No, here the roads are empty.
An hour.
Here the
Wow.
roads are empty. Every car is at 30. You are also driving, and slowly you decide this is meditation. Keep driving, aram.
Slow
se.
life, yeah.
It's beautiful.
No bad
For first 2 days you feel, oh, where have I come? And third day you start adjusting. Fantastic.
Right.
It's beautiful.
I mean, for me, Finland is also a very sort of important sort of a experience for me. When I was in college, I conceptualized my first ever product in that country, in Finland. I had gone to visit a friend of mine, and he was staying in a house. He was doing his internship, that was rented out to him by the carpenter of the architect. So he was staying in the carpenter's house, and they wanted a table to do their drawings, drafting table. So he broke a old fridge and gave them a door and made a table from it. And that helped me create my first product, and it just spiraled out like 12 years later into what we're doing today, I feel.
Beautiful. Hyderabad in one word from a designer's perspective.
Evolving.
Designer's perspective. Dream market, I think.
Yeah, for me also dream market.
Alright. So let's say if you had to sum up your design philosophy in 3 words.
I think approachable is one word. Guys, you have to give the other two. I'm giving only one. These are more harder questions than the other questions.
Innovative. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. The first word that comes to your mind when you think of collaboration.
Meaningful.
Understanding.
Yeah, I was gonna say sort of accepting. Yeah, I think the thing that has held us together is we are accepting of different views,
Yeah.
Yes.
and that is the core of
True.
collaboration.
And here, 3 of us have very, very different personality
very
wise.
different personalities. Yeah.
And that's why I think it works so well with us. Touch wood.
The frame.
Alright. So a global city you'd love to take that's now the favorite material to work with. Steel, wood or concrete?
Bro, you forgot glass. What are you doing?
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Okay, so I'll change the question. So steel, wood or glass? I get the answer, glass.
But I chose concrete.
And no prizes for guessing the right
Shailja,
answer.
the glass
For me,
and
wood,
concrete are 90%
wood and
same
fabric.
in chemical composition.
For
Just
me,
the ratios
fabric
are
is
different.
something which lasts. And wood. For me, wood is very nice.
Okay, wood and fabric,
I like concrete.
Glass.
glass.
And if wood has
concrete and
little,
wood or concrete and cane, whatever.
or wood with brass, it gives the richness, the rawness and the richness comes together.
Oh.
Glass brings in the color. No other material
Yeah.
gives the color so vibrantly.
Translucent.
Yeah.
In that glass material.
If design democracy had a mascot, what would it look like?
Guys, we need to make an Olympic mascot.
गांधी जी के 3 बंदर.
Guy walking in the float. We had high techs this year when all the architects were
गांधी
staying.
जी के 3 बंदर. बुरा ना सुनो, बुरा ना बोलो, and बुरा ना.
पुराना देखो.
तीन बंदर.
डिजाइन सुनो और डिजाइन ही बोलो मतलब.
हाँ, बस हो गया ना.
Alright, तो ये तो मैंने बोला मतलब आपके अगर दिमाग
हम बोले ना गांधी जी के 3 बंदर.
Okay. So what's the wildest design idea you've ever had, but you could never build it?
Every year we have like hundreds of ideas that.
The wildest you can think of.
For the show, you mean?
For the show of otherwise.
I think the imagination was pretty crazy. I think we were so
Every
happy to
time
realize one thing this year at least.
One in the first, she's a practical one.
I'm a
So
practical.
first year I came up with this idea. Can we give one hall to a different designer? For example, give one to Sabyasachi, one
I
give
keep
one to
them- I
Alavika.
keep them-
And it should carry that style everywhere. And she tells me, we don't have the money to do it. Come down.
Okay. So if you were a designer, what would you be curating instead of DD?
I would be
I
in
think-
fashion, I guess.
For me, maybe art. I
would be in
ceramic
fashion
work
first.
a lot. So maybe I would curate that.
Yeah, I think like everything is related to design, from fashion to art.
Yeah.
It's all one.
So we will.
I mean, the whole act of curation only comes with design. It's
Correct.
sort of
And
hard
I
to
wanted
take
to
out of it.
always learn pottery. So maybe someday. And I also want to visit his glass studio, which I haven't.
I'll make both happen on the day. Pottery next door and glass here. I'll make both happen.
Okay. What is harder, designing your own home or designing it for a client?
Own home.
Own home.
Own home.
Own home is very, very difficult.
I thought I'll die. I think I've never had that many fights in my life ever with anyone. With every vendor. Except the architect who was an angel. Everyone was like ready to kill me, I thought.
Okay. Okay. So if you had to design a city in one material,
Oh wow. Bro, it's impossible to design a city in one material, but if we all made glass houses, it would be a problem.
Fabric. I would, because fabric is like, you asked me to use one material,
Right.
but fabric is come into different texture, you know, and I'm sure wool is there, wool ka bhi ban jayega, then crochet ka ho jayega, then silk.
Yeah, Shailja's concrete will look.
First you need the base.
True. Okay. So, which architect or designer, living or dead, would you challenge to design dual?
To design you, living or dead?
To design?
For us,
Yeah.
Arey nahi yaar, please, I will not challenge anyone. I'm happy in my space.
I think
But yes, I admire a lot of these architects. I also admire, see, I would have never been able to stay in a house which was designed by Gaudi. But his architecture is amazing. I mean, come on, someone thinking like that.
So, if Hyderabad had a color,
Had a color?
yeah.
Oh, Hyderabad has a color.
Blue, I like blue shades.
Yeah, I was going to say purple. It's got the Nawabi touch to it.
I like blue. Blue is royal.
No, I would have, white, red, black with gold.
I said, not
So I was
Flag,
just,
flag.
that's why I was thinking, with a touch of gold.
If you're the chili ka flag ban gaya, you win.
Okay. So, one dream collaboration for DD.
Kelly Westler.
I think going back to Kelly Wrestler, we'd love to have her. But one dream collab. What else? Who else can we get?
Yeah, it'll be amazing.
It'll be amazing.
It'll be
actually.
amazing.
I would love to get Richard Branson to the show to visit, because I think he's got such avant-garde thought, and probably when he builds his first house on the moon, DD should furnish it.
Perfect. All right. So yes, I am done with my questions. If there's something that you want, as a message that you want to give it to the audiences, there's something that I missed on to.
I think बहुत ज्ञान.
हो गया ना?
नहीं यार, क्या message देंगे? Please आके देखो what we are doing.
Yeah, please come and experience the show.
Experience.
Yeah, you'll really
Well, it's
enjoy
good.
it.
One message is this, that listen, don't think that design is prohibitive. ठीक है? It is something which is approachable, it is affordable. Come see it for yourself.
And
See, if you're not buying something also, you're learning something from it.
see, in a show like our show, it's not that every person, like for me also, if in my own show, it's not that I end up going around and picking things randomly, because ultimately in your own home, you have to have space for that product.
True.
So everyone who comes, we don't expect them to like buy, but they should experience the work that
Yeah.
we put up at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was something very important because a lot of people I know, I talk to, all feel that this is a show not for everyone.
That's a misconception.
Like
Art is for everyone.
Yeah,
Art
it's for-
art
It is
is
for
universal,
everyone.
right?
To
You need to have a
appreciate
taste
good-
for it.
Yeah.
To appreciate good work. Like I feel really bad sometimes that like, oh my god, I like this, where will I put it? But it's not that. For me, to have seen it, to have enjoyed that product over those 3 days is also like a gift, right? It's not.
And I learned something from it. How they have made the boots. From that you learn something.
And the
What
way
products
that
do they have?
Yeah, the way that
And that boots.
goes up in 4 days. It's like
It's
amazing.
incredible. And then in 5 hours it is
It's taken
destroyed.
out.
That
Taken out.
actually makes me really sad. Something so beautiful is made and then it is destroyed within
Like the first,
hours.
our first show at End Convention, I was like so sad that now all this branding is going to be taken down and it's going to be like they're creating that much waste. And also the fact that it's looking so pretty now and then it just
Right.
gets broken down. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I think it was amazing having you all on this podcast, and I'm wishing you all the very best for the next upcoming design numbers. And I'm really sure you're gonna amaze us with a lot of new things, a lot of new designers coming in, a lot of new brands coming in, and we're all looking forward to it. And I'm wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you so
much.
much. Yeah, thank you.